I'm sure you're familiar with real estate flipping, but you can also do the same thing with websites, and in many cases, the renovations to fix it up and sell it for a profit might not even cost you anything. So at Empire Flippers, we help business owners sell all their online businesses to our marketplace of buyers. And these buyers, they buy businesses for different reasons. Maybe they want to do it to replace their job income, or to add it to an existing investment portfolio, or to flip it for profit and repeat that process as kind of a strategy for growing their wealth. So let's talk about that last one, the flipping for profit. So here's some quick math on this last one. So you buy a business, say for $35,000, making around $1,000 per month in net profit. That's about what you'd be looking at for a $35,000 business. Now, if you can increase the monthly profit to $2,000 per month, you could sell it for theoretically double, so around $70,000. Now, it's not unheard of to be able to get your business from $1,000 to $2,000 per month in net profit in less than a year. Now, there are of course other factors that go into a valuation besides just the monthly profit, but this is just to give you an idea of how quickly the cash can grow and why people consider this as part of their investment strategy. And not only that, the people who do know how to do this, they prefer to do this sometimes over real estate, or to have this as part of an investment portfolio because of some of the benefits of owning and flipping websites versus real estate. So some of the benefits includes, well, the first one is you can operate the business from anywhere. So you don't need to actually physically be where you're purchasing a house, for example, or to hire a landlord. And that gives you a lot more options as far as where you invest. Now, the second point is you can also sell it to a much larger buyer pool, just as you don't have to physically be in that location. A buyer also would not have to be in that location. So your marketplace essentially expands to a global marketplace. Third is you have more options to grow the business, and in ways that don't just require spending money to increase the value of your investment. So I'm going to get into some of those points, and this video is actually about that third part, which are the options to grow the business. But the fourth point that I'll just get into is that this is a cash flow asset. So I want to just remind you that while you're building up your website, you're also making monthly income, and that's for you to keep aside from the profit that you make from flipping the site. Compare this to real estate, where you'd have to be renting out your location in order to make income, and that kind of clashes with the whole fix it up and flip it mentality. In this case, when you have a website, you can be doing both at the same time, making cash flow while you're improving, while you're fixing up the website in order to flip it. But if you're a beginner listening to this, then I understand that this might sound too technical or out of reach, and honestly, that's why most people don't do this to begin with. But it's actually much more straightforward than it might seem, and in fact, I'll share with you a few of these non-technical and inexpensive ways that people increase the value of an acquired website quickly to be able to make a good profit on an exit. So one thing that a buyer might do after they buy a website to flip it is to change ad providers. So at the early stage of building a website, you might start with an ad provider like AdSense that has lower monthly traffic requirements, so it's easier for you to start working with a display ad company and to start monetizing your site. But they also likely pay less. But as the site begins to grow and increase in monthly traffic, it then at a certain point reaches a threshold where you can qualify for other higher paying ad providers such as Mediavine. So it's a common play for people who buy websites to see if there's an opportunity to simply switch providers. Now, the second thing a buyer might do is to add another revenue stream. So let's say you see a website that is monetized purely through affiliate sources through Amazon Associates. Well, it's likely that the site is large enough, has a large enough monthly traffic amount to qualify for a display ad provider. So you'd be able to acquire the site and immediately add in display advertising as part of your revenue stream. Of course, it has to make sense for the type of website that you have and the type of niche that you're in. Some sites, they make more sense than others to add display advertising. And on the flip side, you might see a website that is monetized through display advertising and may or may not make sense to add affiliate income to that. Maybe it's a site where you are actually promoting other products or reviewing other products instead of just providing informational content, in which case, if you are reviewing products, that's a great opportunity then to monetize through through affiliate commission. Now, the third thing a buyer might do is to improve the look of the site. So there might be a site that is performing well despite it looking terrible. And it's not too difficult now to make a site look nice nowadays, especially with all the tools, the templates that you have access to. With some basic non-technical design skills, you could have something that looks more legitimate, that improves conversion rates, that reduces bounce rates, and just makes your site more likely to be promoted by other websites, which is excellent for SEO. Now, the fourth point is improving or refreshing your content. So if the content is outdated, this is a quick opportunity to make relevant changes, whether it's by updating just the dates on the articles themselves, or adding new affiliate products, or making new content altogether. And the next thing a buyer might do is to add another traffic channel. So some buyers, they might open another traffic channel to drive more traffic to their website. So for example, you could create a YouTube channel from YouTube videos from the content that already exists on the content site. Those can essentially serve as your scripts. Of course, this makes more or less sense depending on what kind of website it is. But YouTube not only serves as a traffic source, but also as a potential revenue source, in that you can post affiliate links directly on the listing description, as well as connect the account to AdSense for display advertising. Now, if you make any of these changes after you do acquire a business, I'd recommend giving it at least 6 to 12 months of growth after making these changes, because buyers, they often want to see a 12-month profit average. And usually valuations are based on a 12-month average, but there are times when sites, they grow really fast and they stabilize at a new level within just a few months. And it's more accurate to use a shorter window, like 6 months, for example, to calculate the new monthly profit average. So those are ways to grow a business that you flip. Now let's talk about actually acquiring a business that's good for a flip. So you can see now, if you know what type of growth lever you want to pull, then the ideal acquisition for you for a business that you'd want to flip is one that has not yet pulled those growth levers, or hasn't fully capitalized on them. And this can really help you clarify, as far as when you're looking at that marketplace of businesses, how to decide which business is right for you. So you could ask yourself, does the website meet a traffic threshold, or will it be able to soon meet that threshold to qualify for a better display ad partner? Does the website have content that could be easily reproduced to work well with YouTube? Does the website make good money through display ads, but also has content that would be good for affiliate income? When you know what you're looking for, this is when looking at a P&L or Google Analytics data actually starts to mean something. But if you're looking on the Empire Flippers marketplace, you don't need to do this alone. You can use the filters on our marketplace to sort through different businesses, and you can speak with our advisors about what you're looking for, and they can help you navigate as well, because they know what's on the marketplace that would fit your needs. And I'll leave links in the description below for that. Now, if you want to learn some other ways to maximize the valuation of your business before you sell it, whether it's a website or e-commerce business, then click on the video here. So thanks for watching. See you next time.